The Magna Carta is considered to be a foundational document for what we consider to be modern democracy. The copy of the Magna Carta that we have in Australia is actually from 1297, from the reign of Edward I, and there are only 4 known copies of the 1297 version. Today it's estimated to be worth $35 million. It's actually made of parchment, which is animal skin. The ink is iron gall ink. The seal on it is beeswax. These are all organic materials which can degrade really easily. It's also been living in a specially designed box since I think the 1950s, which is not fit for purpose anymore. Modern conservation techniques have advanced so much since the 1950s, so it was, in my opinion, well overdue a bit of a brush up.
The riskiest and I guess most stressful part was the opening of the CSIRO preservation case. So as you can imagine, Magna Carta is at that stage like encased in between glass and lead and silver. So while it's very safe in there, it was a very careful process to carefully cut it out, and we did that by slicing through the lead at the sides of the case. So that was quite a stressful process. There was a series of patches that had been attached to the back in a repair stage. We're not quite sure when, possibly the 1950s or the 1930s. I spent 2 weeks with the world's tiniest scalpel under a microscope thinning these patches down. The preservation case controls the humidity at a low and stable level. It also keeps the temperature stable by buffering changes from the outside environment, and we're very closely monitoring the light.
Magna Carta was highly influential on the foundational principles of democracy. It had a huge influence on the founding documents of the United States, and it also had an influence on the principles that are in our Constitution today in Australia.